My name is Eric Sherm, owner and operator of the Oklahoma Sports Network from OSN Enterprises. That I was already in it, broadcasting industry. This is a video streaming company, which is a branch off of what I had done all my life, which was radio. It was basically a radio background, and then I had some mentors be able to bring me up into the video TV side of things. I did work at a year and a half at Channel 7 for commercial photography. I actually knew some video editing and some of that. So it's really kind of other experiences that led to this experience, I want to say. So leading up to it. Another thing is there was a need for high school sports on the radio as being limited. And this was a great potential for people to watch games as opposed to listen to it. So there was a need, and there was an opportunity for anybody to be able to fill that need.
Okay.
Good business prospect, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, passion for sports. I just love sports. And so I had done sports on the radio for 20 plus years. And so I already enjoyed doing that. This is just amplifying it, to another level. So
Okay.
I think there's not only the views that we get, but especially after COVID, with a lot of people that could not make games, didn't feel comfortable going to games. But our biggest thing to connections with all the schools we have 3 communities that are intertwined with the military. So we have Lawton, we have Altus, and we have Middle, and a lot of these military towns have moms and dads that may be stationed away and they can't watch their kids perform or play. So when we get feedback to know that, hey, I'm stationed in Germany and I was able to watch my daughter play softball, what's that worth to that person? It's worth everything. They can't be there in person, so it's the next best thing of being there, and so that's been big for us. Well, challenges are always going to be when it comes to competition. It's you're not the only one. Everybody can use one of these and stream, but so we're not just live streaming events, we're broadcasting them. But I think the challenges are, as anything else in media, newspaper, TV, radio, is to continue make yourself a solid recommendation where people will want to continue to do that.
How can a person obtain this work experience?
By doing it. That's one. Just getting, dive right into it and be a part of it. This is really kind of what we're not inventing anything. This is our reality for everyone. Everybody lives in a video age. And so basically a lot of people come out with this experience because they're familiar with it.
Oh, okay.
You could be trained in anything. I mean, we have people that work behind the scenes. I mean, you have people that are camera operators, at games. That doesn't take a lot of knowledge. We have a lot of high school students that perform those duties. You could be a producer, which would be produce a live event, which would be using a computer, bringing things in and out, like into a commercial break, back into the live event.
Okay.
So there's editing on other stuff, there's sales, so there's other aspects to what the company does. Insights into our current trends. That is an ongoing, movable, this ever changing. I mean, you're on social media, it's fascinating to me. You always got to stay up on the newest trends. I mean, yes, 5 years ago when we said we were a streaming company. 5 years ago, people looked at us like we had 3 heads. They didn't know what streaming was.
Okay. What
is streaming? Is that audio? Is that a podcast? Is that listening to it? Do you see it? Well, now everybody understands what streaming is. So just in 5 years' time, we've already seen those differences. Now we have like Sling that's offering watch parties where you can watch TV with other people. That's interactive. That's really interesting to kind of see where that's going, as far as platforms of, maybe you have a watch party for a game, for example, and you invite other friends, your friends, to be a part of that experience while watching it, and then Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and Snapchat and all of the other social medias, just to stay up on that. It's evolving. It's a living entity. How about that?
Okay.
Well, get involved. I think that when I started in radio when I was in high school. I was 17 years old when I started into what I wanted to do. And then I said, well, I'll see how it goes, see if this is what I want to do. And then I realized that's really what I wanted to do. And so I stayed with it. So I think the earlier, the better, either interning or get to know to see if this is a right fit for you. But it's not something you want to put off. You just want to see if this is something right for you. So you just start as soon as you can. Well, I mean, we use high definition cameras. We use just gaming laptop computers, to make sure that you have software that be able to capture and be able to send up. And then we have unique ways of when we're on site at a mobile location to get internet, because internet is key. We've got to attach to the internet. Even though 5G is existing in some major markets, we will probably not see that for a couple of years here in Oklahoma, which is just higher, faster speed internet capabilities. And so we've got to be able to use devices to be able to tap into that, to be able to get our content out, because we have to upload our content and send it via the internet.
Randy Muirhead, I work for the Oklahoma Sports Network. I am in sales and account management. First of all, you can never, ever block yourself. You can't. The moment you are caught in a fabrication or a bending of rules, you're sunk. You have been torpedoed by a mosquito, even though you're a giant battleship, if you are not telling the truth.
Okay.
So you have to be upfront. There are ways to deliver the message in such a way that it is not telling a lie and it's not deceiving, and yet on the other hand, it is a persuasion purpose. But that takes 40 years of experience, because you end up having what I call a sales swagger. Everybody's got to have it. Today's technology eliminates the opportunity for a lot of people who are in sales. I don't care whether it's advertising sales or car sales or selling Scentsy products. It really doesn't make a difference. People do not have the experience to sell the way I was taught. So I was raised 40 years ago. And we had to actually knock on doors and talk to people face to face. A lot of things now by Facebook, by Instagram, by email, we're selling to this. I promise you, if some of the salespeople were to be in the face-to-face conversations that I have every day, they would, they would go. They would, because they don't know how to talk to people. They don't know how to start a conversation. Contacts equal, the next C is connection. Because if you don't know how to have conversation, you're never going to make a connection with somebody you're trying to sell.
Right.
So it's contacts equal conversation equals connections.
Okay.
I am Danielle Carson. I am the producer and host of Oklahoma Life TV. I just started back in January, so I've only been working here for less than 3 full months. It was something a little different, and then whenever I graduated from Cameron, I realized that I wanted to be in video production, because I know the passion about just making videos. And I figured this would be kind of a good opportunity to branch out a little bit of my expertise that I was already in. I did a lot of talking, so this one was kind of like switching roles and me doing less talking and more of like videotaping and just getting other people to talk.
And so thank you so much for your time and answering my questions today. I appreciate it.
No problem.